Now let's understand how to prepare for the certification audits. First, you need to stick to your plan. So having a successful ISO 9001 system requires ongoing maintenance and takes time to implement. Create a schedule that outlines how you plan to implement your new ISO 9001 system. Create a timeline with milestones to make sure you stay on track. The last thing you want your organization to do is to rush to meet the ISO 9001 requirements weeks before your official certification audit. So you need to make sure that whatever preparation you are doing well in advance, at least more than 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Then you prepare your employees. Your employees and management should be prepared for the audit. Make sure they are up to date on the following quality management system features. So they should know about the quality policy, quality objectives, and they should be trained upon the same. So in quality policy, review the quality policy with your teams and make sure all of your employees understand it. They should at least have an understanding of how the company's quality management system works and what the QMS entails along with its goals. Then the quality objectives, where employees should know what your organization's quality objectives are and how they can help to achieve them. They should know how their day to day systems help meet these objectives. And when we talk about the training, make sure all employees have been properly trained to perform their roles according to ISO 9001 standards. They should also know about the documentation. All employees and management should know where they can get the latest version of documentation of procedures, work instructions, and forms related to their position or department. Then you need to inform your employees about the scope of the audit, when they should expect to be audited, and what the auditor must be checking for within their department. They should know that when they are going to be interviewed. So your employees should be able to answer the auditors with honesty and confidently, and should be comfortable with saying I don't know if they are not sure how to respond to an auditor's question. It should not happen that they are not able to say anything, or they are giving some or other kind of answer which is giving an unnecessary non-conformance to the department. Then you review your documentation. It's important that your documentation is up to date and accurate. Have the following documents on hand: quality policy, procedures, scope of the QMS, process map or flowcharts, quality objectives, work instructions, forms, records, SOPs, and etc. Before your audit, review your documentation to make sure it is up to date with your current QMS, approved by the management and supported by employees. Followed by employees, the document pertains to being used correctly by management and employees. You should also make sure any obsolete or outdated documents are removed and no longer in use. Then ensure processes are being followed. All procedures that your organization has implemented under ISO 9001 standards, whether they are documented or not, should be followed. Make sure your employees are aware of any updated quality management system, procedures that apply to their role and department, and that they are following the new systems accordingly. It's also important that you check that critical processes are being performed the correct way and the same way by all employees. Have corrective actions ready or implemented. Take steps to resolve recurring problems as soon as they appear during internal audits. By starting early, you can find quick, foolproof solutions to the flaws in your quality management system. If an auditor finds a problem during your official auditing process, they allow you enough time to repair those issues. And if you are able to resolve those conflicts, then you can still be certified. If the auditor uncovers a problem that you have seen often and don't have a solution for yet, you could lose your chance at certification. It is important that you have addressed any findings from your internal audits before your certification audit. Make sure that for corrective actions that have been executed, that you have verified them for effectiveness and have documentation that supports that. Prepare the facility. Make sure all areas of the facility are clean and neat. There are potential non-conformances hiding in any given mess. Make sure documents are available wherever they need to be used. Check bulletin boards, desks, cupboards, drawers for uncontrolled documents, uncalibrated measuring and monitoring instruments, and unidentified parts or supplies. Finally, be professional. Just like your internal audits, it's important to be positive and professional. Make sure you make a good impression with the auditor. Treat them professionally and with respect. Remember that the external auditor is not your enemy. They're trying to help you and your organization uncover any weaknesses so that you can take corrective actions needed to ensure a high quality standard for your employees, your company, and ultimately your customers.